So this is analysis of the cards friends problem in the CodeForces run 693. So in this problem, Polycarp wants to send postcards to his N friends, and he can make all the postcards from a sheet of paper of size W by H. And then here are two conditions. If W is even, then you can cut the sheet in half to make two sheets of size W over 2 and H. And if H is even, you cut the sheet in half and get two sheets of size W and H over 2. And these two conditions can be used infinitely many times as long as these initial parts are met. So you're trying to figure out if you can cut a sheet into N or more pieces using these two rules right here. So let's say here is a box, or a sheet of paper, of size 6 by size 8. So now first let's just manually go through this box. So first you see you have 6. 6 is an even number obviously, so you can divide it in half to get 2 segments of 3, or 2 groups of 3. However, 3 is an odd number, so yeah, you can't cut in half on this side. So that's the extent of our cutting along this axis. Now let's go to this one, which is 8. First, yeah, 8 is even, so you can cut in half. Now you have 2 groups, one group of 4, one group of 4. 4 again is even, so you can divide in half. And then the same goes for this side. And then once again, 2 is even, so we divide that in half once more. To finally end up with 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And so you can see that this side has been divided a total of 2 times, and this side has been divided a total of 8 times. So the total amount of sheets you would create from this particular piece is 2 times 8 equals 60. And so how do you achieve this, right? Just by looking at the 8, you might think that, oh, the amount of times you can cut it is the actual number. However, the 6 rules this scenario out. So what you have to do is factor out these two numbers. So 6 is equal to 2 to the power 1 times 3. 8 equals just 2 to the power 3. And then the value you have to extract from these two segments is the 2 to the power of a number. So for the 6, the specific thing would be here, and for the 8 it would be this. So you just have to extract it, 2 to the power of 1, and then multiply it by the other part. So 2 to the power of 1 times 2 to the power of 3 equals, and in this case that equals 16. So yeah, you just obtain the base 2 from factoring out this number, base 2 from factoring out the second number, and then multiply those two segments together. And so now you have this equals 16. So what do you do from there? We know that the individual is trying to create N or more postcards. So if 16 is larger or equal to, and in this case it would be 16, in other case you just use a variable name. 16 larger than equal to N. Then you just return yes, it is possible to create N postcards. Else, you just return no, because it is impossible to create that many postcards. And so here's one way of doing it, and this way in particular is in Java. So first, right, you just read in all the numbers, and then you check if the base 2 segment for one side multiplied by the base 2 segment for the second side is larger than or equal to N. Then it's possible to create N postcards, so you output yes. Otherwise, if it isn't possible, you just output no. And essentially, yeah, that's about it. This problem isn't too difficult a problem. So, yeah.